Hey.
Peace and love, family. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to the show. Candid conversation. Not popular,
but important.
Indeed. I am one half of the dynamic duo.
Oh.
Your host, King George.
Oh.
AKA Mr. Knowledge is Power. And this beautiful queen sitting next to me is my one and only, the beautiful, the gorgeous.
Thank you, Natalie, Nicole.
You are welcome.
Thank you, honey. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to Candid Conversation. How's your day been today?
Oh, it has been amazing.
It has. It went
my
by
morning
so
started
fast.
off. Listen, my morning was great.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How was your day?
It was good. It went by really fast.
Okay.
It went by really fast and still somewhat on a high from our event we just came from.
Indeed.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk about it a little bit later.
Right. But before we get into it, we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank our sponsors, RMA.
Okay. Yes, all things modeling, acting, and personal development. If you're interested in a career in modeling, acting, or if you need some personal development, please check out their social media pages, their emails and phone numbers. Contact them today and let them know that you're interested, okay? All things modeling, acting, and personal development.
Okay.
All right. And let us know if you can hear us out there. Please let us know if you can hear us okay.
Yeah, we want to make sure
the sound is okay.
Yeah, I think it should be good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, we want to thank our other sponsor, Tri-City Fatherhood Group, all things child support.
Oh.
If you don't know what your rights are, if you feel like you are being railroaded, if you feel like the child support system is unfair, reach out to Tri-City Fatherhood Group for coaching, mentorship, advice, and all things pertaining to your rights and what you're entitled to as far as child support is concerned.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Also, we want to thank Candid Productions for sponsoring this platform.
Yes, thanks very much for that.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
So, yeah, and thank our day ones, everybody in the building. We appreciate y'all being here.
Yes.
Thank
Hello.
you. Come on in, get comfortable.
Miss Emily, I see you're here. Hello, darling.
Yes, indeed. Miss M.
All right. You have a quote for us today?
I sure do. Our quote for today is coming from a local activist and pioneer.
Okay.
Dr. Hood.
Woo, give it
Shout
up
out.
for Dr. Hood.
Shout out to Dr. Hood.
Yes.
Who was doing amazing things in Columbus, if you don't know.
He is about business. He is about standing on business for sure.
Exactly.
Help today, huh?
Yep. So, yeah, shout out to Dr. Hood for everything that he's doing. Project Rebound, Inc., the coalition, everything he's doing in Columbus. But the quote of the day says, "Truth is not designed to make us feel good. It was created to help us become better."
Wow.
Dr. Hood.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
Say that again. Wow.
So, truth is not designed to make us feel good. It was created to help us become better.
Ooh.
So again, shout out to Dr. Hood, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Dr. Hood. This is his book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is what I'm currently reading. So if y'all want a copy, reach out to us or either reach out to Dr. Hood. The title is Visions Now and for the Future.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, today's been pretty good. It started off, was it rainy today all day or just a little bit?
No, it actually started, I think it started out a little gloomy, and then the sun came out, and then the rain came later.
Then the rain
a little bit of sprinkles, not, at least over here, it was, just a few sprinkles.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. All right, so where do you want to get started with? Tonight on Wednesday nights, we do politics, we do city news, we do education from the Muskogee County School District.
That's right.
We do health tips, and we do events. We talk about the events that we went to, and then we discuss some of the upcoming events. And also, if you are interested in becoming a part of our email list and just kind of having a compiled place, organized place to kind of check out events so you're not searching all over the place or missing events,
right,
drop us your email, direct message, or in this podcast, and we'll make sure we add you to the list so you can get some organization in your life as it regards the many events we have here in Columbus, Georgia.
Yes, indeed.
Help Today. We have a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
So when people say there's not anything to do,
they are sadly mistaken.
Yes, I am a little bit confused. Because
Yeah.
2024 has really started off with a bang.
Exactly.
And it has not slowed down at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all, yeah. So,
right.
like you said, there's plenty to do. You just
Yeah.
got to know where to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's right in front of our faces, but
it's spread out, though. It's all over the place. And the thing is if you don't know certain people, then you won't find out about it, And then sometimes you're finding out about stuff like the last minute.
Right.
The day before or the minute, before it gets started. So, yeah.
Yeah, but change is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Change is on the way.
It has already started. Yes.
Yeah. So there is an organization out here who is going to fix that problem and making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yes.
When it comes to, different events, dates and times, and organization.
Organization, structure. Yes, we love it. All right. So where are we going to get started at tonight?
So let's dive into our calendar.
Okay.
Is that
so before we go into our calendar, we want to take this opportunity to ask you to share. Go ahead and share this podcast with your friends and your family here locally in Columbus, Georgia. Now, on Sundays, we do deep dives into particular topics. Last week, we talked about the village and boundaries, okay? And that can be discussed among anyone. We have people in Virginia.
Right.
We have people in Texas.
Right, all
we have
over.
people in Florida tuning in. So share this podcast with your friends and family. Give you an opportunity to do that before we get into our calendar and what's coming up. Now, if you're on our email list, then it's likely that you have already received a compiled list of what's going on.
Right.
But if not, we're just going to go over a few things and then keep it moving. How was your day today? How's everybody else's day today?
On this hump day.
Yes.
It's almost the weekend.
Woo! Almost the weekend.
Yes, indeed.
So at the top of our calendar, I want to always encourage you to watch and to share and to like as we give out a gift card. A $25 gift card. Last week it was to a beauty salon, As He Leads.
Right. They were the sponsors of
Yes, they sponsored it, locally Black-owned company.
That's right.
And then the week before that, or the time before that, it was a Amazon, $25 Amazon gift card. Now, what's the trick to that? What's the
criteria?
The criteria
for that. Tuning in, sharing, liking. That's basically the criteria.
And also, you have to listen to hear your name.
Right.
So you know that you won. So it's very important. I know it's $25, but don't leave it hanging.
Don't leave it hanging.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard somebody say, I don't care if it's a penny.
Ooh.
I want all of mine.
Yes. Well, you know, and I'm like that too. When I go through the drive-thru and they be like, "You want your pity back?" Yes. Yeah. Yes, I want it back. Yeah. Thank you.
And if y'all are watching, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, honey.
If any of you or you know somebody wants to sponsor a gift card or sponsor a gift card, if you want to sponsor, you know, reach out to us, DM us, and let us know so we can get you set up.
Yeah. So, sponsor and shout out your business. All right. So first things first, advance voting. It started already on February 19th. Okay. The actual voting date is March 12th. So I've been by the Citizen Center yesterday, and the traffic was low. There's not a lot of lines and things of that nature. So it's better to go ahead and get it in now if you're planning to vote. I hope so. And so you can vote at the City Services Center on Macon Road. You can also vote at Columbus Tech on Manchester. And then you can vote at Shirley Winston Rec Center. And that is on Steam Mill Road. So you have 3 opportunities from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. from February 19th through March 8th to go ahead and get in your early voting status if you prefer to vote early.
Right.
Okay, and the other part of that is that ballot collection, drop box locations. It's just going to be there on Macon Road at the City Services Center. Okay, just 1 drop box. Okay, what you got, honey?
We got the what is it? The Sove Moy fundraiser.
Yeah.
Which is going to be February. Well, it's from the 1st.
Yes.
To the 29th. Yeah. So from the
coming
1st
up on Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
From the 1st to the 29th. It says I'm asking 50 of my friends to donate to my nonprofit organization to help our involvement within our local community. So this is definitely something you want to support. They're asking for, you know, $25 donations, $50 donations, and $100 donations. So if you want to support this fundraiser, you know, please go ahead and you know, reach out to them.
And this is for the kids. It's for educational scholarships for the kids. So your donations are going to a good place.
Indeed.
All right. Want me to go next?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Anybody out there like bees? Not me. I know we need them. Right? We need them to sustain life. But I'm not a fan. Anything I have to run from because, you know, I don't want it to sting me and to be in pain, I'm just truly not a fan. But there is a spring beekeeper course. It's going to be going on at the, how do you say that, honey?
Oxbow Meadows. Off of South Lumpkin Road. If you're familiar with Oxbow Meadows, they are beekeepers, and they also have a lot of animals there that are native to Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you've never been there, it's a hidden gem. You know, they have gators in there.
I've never been there, but he swears we have.
Who are you now?
I have not been there, honey.
Okay.
I do believe you have me confused with somebody else.
I do not. Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that? That shade. But we're going to go back, and then she'll mysteriously remember when we go, oh, I remember this place.
I have not seen any gators here in Georgia.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oxbow Meadows.
Yes.
South Lumpkin Road.
February 24th through March 30th on Saturdays, 2 to 4 p.m. So if you're interested, take your family. Ages 14 and up can go. And then children under that need to have a parent there.
Right.
All right. Yeah. That next thing is that city council meeting we went to yesterday, and we look forward to discussing that here in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, the next one will be on March 12th.
Right.
March 12th. And that they've changed the times of the proclamations and the meetings. So now it's every 2 weeks as opposed to every week, I believe.
Yeah.
And so the next one is March 12th. And on March 12th, Lakeitha Elaine Ash of Just Mine Designs will be honored with a proclamation from the mayor and city council person, Mrs. Kogel.
Yeah, so y'all give it up for Lakeitha.
Yeah, congratulations.
And the Ashes, give it up for her.
Right. Congratulations, and plan to attend if you can. Let's be in full effect.
Right, definitely come out to these city council meetings because you will be shocked of what you hear in some of these meetings. Because you want to see what's affecting the community, what's affecting the city. Yeah. You definitely want to tap into some of these meetings. And if you can't make it in person, they also stream it online.
Yes.
So just be on the lookout.
It was very packed in there last night.
I'm sure.
It was very packed.
I'm sure it was.
All right. Yeah. What you got?
So next we got ALC Network's Tutoring Club starting on the 28th. So February 28th, which is what, tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yes.
Thursday, February 28th. Free tutoring Wednesdays and Fridays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And they'll be tutoring in language arts, reading, writing, phonics, and in math, K through 8th.
Yes.
8th grade. So
it's
this is
free.
Something. Yeah,
It's free.
Yeah. So definitely check them out. If you know any kids that could use a little extra help, a little extra tutoring. Yeah. Definitely reach out. So this is, tutoring is huge.
Yeah, and it's absolutely free. You can't beat that. And one of the areas that our children are struggling in is literacy. Yeah. Reading. Okay. What's up next? Let's see.
What we got?
A call to talk, a community call to action. Okay. So on Thursday, February 29th, which is tomorrow, there's going to be a Zoom, and the Director of Elections and Voter Registration, Miss Nancy Borum, will be the guest speaker. She's going to discuss changes in that voters need to know, voter registration, and special elections. So if you're Zoom savvy, go ahead and tune in tomorrow.
Right.
And you can find this information again in our email list. And so you can tune in at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And this is for voting information and any changes.
Right. So definitely, again, if you're not on our email list, make sure you get on the list so you can have the same information and be in the know.
Yeah.
So today's the 28th. I'm sorry. So today's the 28th. So tutoring started today.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's every Wednesday and every Friday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Next we got the Marriage Co. The Marriage Company with Riley and Katasha and Gerald Riley.
Okay.
The Rileys from Overflow Outreach and Overflow Salon. Shout out to the Rileys.
All right.
And they are also beekeepers.
Yes.
Yeah, so I always support them and get that local honey.
Right.
From the Rileys. I appreciate y'all.
Okay. They own a salon, right?
Right.
Barber shop as well.
Right.
Yeah, so this is going to be at the Selfie House.
Yep, it's going to be at the Selfie House tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So if y'all can make that, definitely come out, show up and show out, because we're going to be in the building.
Yeah, we are. We are definitely going to be there.
Yeah, so if y'all able to make it, we'd love to see y'all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time. The atmosphere, they're going to have the chef. So good food, good music, good energy.
And the Selfie House is just beautiful. Yeah. If you have not visited the Selfie House yet, please plan to take the family. It's just a beautiful atmosphere and energy on the inside, and full of African-American art and just history.
And history, yep.
Very nice situation. Very beautiful place.
So definitely check it out, if y'all are free tomorrow.
All right, so then that does it for February.
Right.
That does it for February, and moving into March. Friday, March 1st. What day are we on? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Right.
Which is going to be the 29th?
Yes.
Okay, and then Friday's going to be March 1st. Okay, because I'm just make sure I'm tracking.
Yeah, we're good.
So Friday, March 1st is the Taste of the Town. Has anyone ever attended one of those?
Right.
Where do they have it? At the Bibb Center?
I think so.
Yes. So it benefits the Columbus Symphony Orchestra.
Right.
They serve food and wine and spirits. What's the difference between wine and spirits, honey? You know?
Well, I think a spirit is more of a cocktail.
Okay.
Versus wine, of course, it's just wine. But yeah, a spirit is a cocktail.
Help today. Yeah. So serving food, wine, and spirits, and the spirits. So it's a beautiful, beautiful experience if you've never been. How was your experience the first time you went?
So to the town? I've never been. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my God. Woo!
You said the bib. You said the bib center. Did you say the bib center?
But we have been to this. Remember, it's the big.
Is this the same event?
Well, was it in the Trade Center the last time?
But is it the same event?
Yes.
Are you
The
sure?
toast of the the toast of the town. It's big and they got food in there and different little stuff.
Last year didn't say. Well, okay, well maybe it did, but yeah, toast of the town at the Columbus Trade Center.
It was at the Trade Center last year.
It was at the Trade Center. So
that's
what threw me off when you said the Bib Center.
My first time it was somewhere else. And I think it was the Bib Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the Bib Mill.
Bib, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. So yes, okay. But Trade Center for you.
Right.
Okay, so what was your experience?
I loved it. Okay. I'm telling you, I loved it. It not only was it you get a chance to dress up. You know what I mean? You know how I do.
Oh, well, so, yes, we know.
Yeah. So you get to dress up, you know, they're advertising brand new vehicles that are not out yet, that you get a chance to sit in,
yes.
you know, that you get a chance to actually see before it comes out.
And the one car, did it have a cell phone or something on the side in the door?
Yes.
It was beautiful. BMW or something
like that? It was, BMW, yeah. But yeah, the food was good, the atmosphere was good, you know, the crowd was good.
Lots of food.
Yeah, food for days. But be careful when you tasted all this food, because, you know, I guess some foods don't mix well, so, but I tasted everything they had to offer.
Not me. I'm not that kind of person.
I paid for
it. Yeah.
But it was good. Everything, when I tell you everything was good, everything was good.
All types of desserts, just meat and just
cupcakes
food for days.
Chocolate covered strawberries and brownies and everything you can think of.
Yeah, a great experience. So if you've not attended, you know, it's on the high end of an experience.
It's worth it,
though. It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, it's worth
it.
Yes. It's definitely worth it.
All right, and then Saturday, March 2nd, there's the Scream on the Green. Keep Columbus Beautiful. So food trucks, bar, $5 entry. Let's see, Columbus Civic Center. So it looks like it's going to be a movie or what?
I think so. Like after they do, you know, plant trees or, well, they're not going to plant trees this time, but that's what they normally do. Okay. Like Lake Bottom, they planted trees, what was that, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. And then
Arbor Day.
Right. So we were there for that. And then we went to Carver Park to plant trees for Keep Columbus Beautiful. Shout out to Toya Tucker and her team. But yeah, so if you want to support Scream on the Green, it will be set this Saturday, March 2nd. $5 entry at the Civic Center here in Columbus.
All right. And then for our students, there are multiple scholarships available for eligible students. Applications are due by 5 p.m. on Friday, March 15th. And this is through the Community Foundation of the Chattahoochee Valley. So if you have students who are interested in scholarships, please have them check out the Community Foundation of the Chattahoochee Valley. Okay, multiple scholarships available. And then we also have a clothing giveaway on March 2nd, 9 a.m. Pink Pearls of Wisdom, partnering with the Youth in Action. Okay, so you can find more information about that in the email, or you can also Google it. Pink Pearls of Wisdom, partnering with Youth in Action, and they're having a clothing giveaway on March 2nd at 9 a.m. All right? Right. All right.
And then we had the BKS fashion show.
Yes. Super excited about this event. Right. You know, this year, like I said, has started off with a bang. Listen, I've met people, like Miss Ash has been here 23 years. And all of the years that I've been here, I've not ever crossed paths with her. Never.
Or maybe you did, but didn't.
Yeah, well, I tend to have a pretty good memory about faces, at least, you know? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful person inside and out. And here I'm afforded another opportunity to meet another lady who's very beautiful, Miss Tracy, what's her name? Jefferson? Yeah. Miss Tracy Jefferson. So she is in Noonan, actually. This is her 10th fashion show that she's going to be having in Alabama. Right. If you follow her at all, she's just a really down-to-earth, country, sweet, sweet, sweet woman. And she has a story just out of this world of resilience and just overcoming, what life brings your way, health-wise, relationship-wise, things of that nature. So I'm excited to meet her and excited to be a part of her fashion show. And it's going to be on March 2nd in Alabama.
Right.
Valley, Alabama. And VIP tickets are already sold out, and so general tickets are still available. So if you're interested in going, I would love to see you in the audience. I'd love to see you there. Now, I think this is going to be truly out of my comfort zone. What you think?
I think so. But I think you're here for it.
Yeah, I think she's a little, she's a little fun.
Yeah, eclectic.
Yes, very much so.
She likes to spice it up in her fashion shows. So
interesting.
Yeah, but the doors open at 5. The show starts at 6. So you want to definitely get there early to get a seat. You know what I mean?
And there's going to be live entertainment. The young man that I heard singing. Ooh,
oh yeah.
Yes,
so
he was
looking
blowing,
forward to that.
right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Blowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have the Power of the Purse, okay? This is a women's event, Saturday, March 2nd, brunch and mimosas, Chattahoochee Valley. So if you're interested in that, it's going to be at the Trade Center. And again, you can find more information in our email list. So what's that? The 2nd is Saturday. Sunday is what is Monday?
Monday is the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we going to keep going or are we going to chill there?
I think we should leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough for events. So let's talk about some of the events that we've been to this past week.
Okay. So where do you want to start first?
I have no idea.
We can start with today or tonight.
Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. So what did we get into tonight?
We went to As He Leads, and tonight was a special night in history.
Yes.
And in Columbus.
Yes.
It was Lakeisha Aft, As He Leads. Shout out to her and her husband, D. Maurice.
Yes.
She received a proclamation from the city. Yeah. So.
Yes.
Yeah, tell them about it. It was a beautiful event. Nice space, good food.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, just hearing you talk about it. Because it was a beautiful event for beautiful people. Her and her husband are just absolutely just wonderful people. Consistently,
Right.
Consistently.
Right.
He's very supportive. He's her security. He's everything she needs him to be. And she is the creative, just going to work and just designing these beautiful, beautiful designs. And she is the first, I did my research. I tried to find, she is the first African-American woman of Columbus, Georgia to go to New York, grace the global stage of the Fashion Week for Stage 7.
Right.
The first African-American woman during African-American Month.
Exactly. No doubt.
And so it was just wonderful to be able to honor her during this month. Because as we stated, this all began honoring this Black History Month in February. Our ancestors wanting to, appreciate and to acknowledge the things that we have accomplished, in this world. And so why not accomplish or acknowledge Miss Ash tonight.
Right.
It was just beautiful. And again, March 12th, please join us because she will be,
officially receiving.
Don't say official like our stuff wasn't official, honey. It was official now.
It was. You're
official
right.
Tonight. Yes.
You're right. But we're just saying in front of the city council.
Yes, it'll be a grand, large audience on that day, March 12th. The mayor, city council, and then all of those in attendance.
Right. But we honor her. We want to make sure she got her flowers and her recognition first.
Yes.
From the community, from the culture. You know what I mean? Because, we got to make sure we give our folks their flowers first.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And recognize the great things that we are doing in the community and they are doing in the community. So,
yes.
Yeah, we're going to continue to do it.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So if y'all know anybody that's doing great things in the community that might be overlooked or is not getting the recognition that they deserve, you know, shout them out, DM us their information so we can put it out there.
Yeah, we have to do it for one another. You know, we have to do it from one another, and from a place of just love and just support. You know, we're all flowers and we all bloom differently. You know, we all show up differently. It's room for everybody.
Exactly.
And so when we come together and we love one another and we do what we do, like her husband said, we all have our gifts and we work out our salvation with our gifts. No doubt. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
No doubt.
Yes.
And shout out to Nate and Amanda who were there tonight. Shout out to them.
Okay.
Next Level Beauty Shop on South Lumpkin Road.
Okay.
And then Nate has a G Code. He has his own clothing brand. He has his own brand. So shout out to them. You know, they're doing big things in the community. If you don't know who they are, again, G Code, you can look them up on Facebook. And then Next Level Beauty Salon in the plaza off South Lumpkin Road, right across from the South Columbus Library. Check them out. Patronize them.
Okay.
Support.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So what else did we go to this week? Yesterday, where'd you go?
So yesterday I went to Project Rebound Inc. We usually do a men's discussion with Dr. J. Hood on Winton Road. And the discussion is always great. We talk about, you know, things that affect men in the community, things that affect men on a day-to-day basis. And just men having a conversation, because a lot of time, us men, we don't sit around and talk about things that affect us. You know,
right?
So we got to get back to doing that. So we do that every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Is it 5? 5:30 at Project Rebound Inc. on Winton Road. So if you're interested and you want to be a part of that discussion, because Dr. Hood was dropping some gems in there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm there for it too.
Yes.
I was soaking it all up.
Yes.
So yeah, the man is wise. He has a lot of knowledge and, you know, just a wealth of knowledge.
And what I like about him, when I heard him speaking at one of the town halls that they've had, everybody was given the opportunity to express their concerns, express, you know, things that they feel, you know, are missing the mark in the community.
Right.
He listened.
Right.
And then he said, now, what's the solution? And how are you going to contribute to what you just brought to the table?
Exactly.
I love it. Because we have to be solution oriented.
No doubt.
We have to be solution oriented. We can't just, you know, focus on the problem, but have we brainstormed ideas to contribute to the solution? I love it. And that's how we have to stay focused, you know, because if we just wallow or just focus on the issue and not the solution, then this is how we get to where we are now. Things are not being fixed. They're not being changed. So I love that perspective from him.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So while you were there, you got something else? You was going to say something?
Yeah. So I also went to Saturday, the Deltas. Shout out to the Deltas in Columbus. They had a discussion panel at the Macon Road Library. Dr. Hood was a part of that panel. Sheriff Greg Countryman was a part of that panel. The crime prevention lieutenant, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember what her name is. But yeah, so it was a discussion about, you know, violence in Columbus and what can be done to, you know, so they're asking for solutions, you know, from the community of what we think, you know, should be done to help clean up the community. So I feel like it was, you know, it was well intentions,
right?
You know, with this discussion.
But
I just believe we just need more solutions. You know what I mean? I don't think we need so many discussion groups, or maybe we do. The conversation always needs to be had about what can be fixed, what can be made better. So basically, that's what it was about, and it was a nice turnout. There were 5 panelists, and they just each talked about how they can contribute to trying to fix these problems, and then they gave everybody an opportunity to ask a question. To the panel of what they saw, you know, needed to be done in Columbus. So yeah, it was a great event overall.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to the Deltas.
Okay. And so, right. And I think that, the actions start with us.
Right.
They really do start with us.
Definitely.
And I think one of the things that I heard from the town hall meetings from Dr. Hood was, having like representatives, and this is not the term that he used, but representatives in the community that, are responsible for certain things in the community, accountability in the community, then them reporting back or coming back to, whoever, and, kind of reporting on how things are going or what's needed. So did you hear that too? Did you understand that, what I understood, or no?
At the town hall meeting? One
of the town hall meetings, yes.
Yes.
Because what I really want to see is boots on the ground, Which
I feel like there are boots on the ground.
Okay.
If you ask me, the problem, this is just my opinion, the problem that we're facing is not a local problem. This problem that's happening in Columbus is happening across the nation.
Okay.
So I honestly don't believe that they want to fix this problem. I believe that, there's poverty in certain areas for a reason.
Okay.
It's not happening by accident. So, I feel like they keep giving it lip service and they keep having these discussions and talking about, hey, what can we do to fix it? Well, if you got $50 million to renovate a baseball stadium, you can fix the problem.
Okay, and
because to me, it starts with poverty. That's the issue. That's the root issue is poverty. People are trying to survive. People are trying to eat by any means necessary. So they're going to do whatever they have to do to eat.
Okay, now I'm glad you brought that up. Because what's the little lady? Teresa Elohim. How do you say her name?
You said it right. Teresa, I believe.
Teresa Ella. I'm trying to.
And she's a pillar in the community. I don't know if y'all know who we're talking about.
Elohim. I cannot find her name because I want to be able to say it right. But last night at the city council meeting, there she go, Teresa Elohim. And I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. But last night she mentioned that there's a certain amount of years coming up for Columbus. Where's the reparations? I almost fell out of my skin. Columbus, the mayor, the city council, where's our reparations? What are y'all going to do for us here in Columbus, Georgia? The lady has no filter. She is not afraid to ask about anything or discuss anything. She put it on the table for them last night.
Right.
So you mentioned there's poverty and there's issues or whatnot. So my only side to that is that as a people, we have learned to be resilient and we have learned to, take what we have and make a lot or make more. Okay. That we're known for doing that.
The 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's what we know for. We're going to stretch it. We're going to make it happen.
Yes, we make it
regardless.
Happen. And there were people in our past and our ancestors who built the Wall Street. What is it called?
Black Wall Street?
The Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Who, had nice things. And even if it was a little shack or a little plot of land, they took care of it. So that's my concern. To me, it does not matter what side of town you live on. It doesn't matter what type of home you live in or if it's, government housing or whatever. You take care of it. You take care of it because it's a reflection of you. And so that's my concern, my issue that even though we may have poverty or we may not have the best of everything, we still can take care of it. We still can, maintain what we have to the best of our ability. What is that scripture where it says, where much is given, do not make of small beginnings. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't, but if y'all are watching it,
somebody knows
the scripture she's
somebody
referring
knows,
to. Yeah, please put it in the chat.
Yeah, something about small beginnings. So small, large, big, it doesn't matter. It's a reflection of who we are, and then we have to do our best to take care of it. So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah. Again, the root problem is poverty. The solution, my solution is for us not to go to the city government. This is a situation that the United States is unable to fix.
Right.
Or unwilling to fix.
Unwilling, unable.
So, yeah, so in my opinion, this needs to go to the United Nations. If y'all familiar with the United Nations, this is the World Forum, the World Court, where issues like this that are affecting people in our community, you take issues like this to the United Nations. Because, again, Columbus can't fix this problem. Again, this is my opinion. And the United States government won't fix the problem. You know, we'll drop bombs on every other country, then go back and give them money to fix what we just destroyed.
Right.
But we can't fix our own homeless problem. We can't fix our own home. So
yeah, it's unfortunate, you know, and
yeah, it is
it's unfortunate, you know, and a lot of it is, you know, they do not care or are unwilling to address issues because they do not consider like the plight of how we began in this country as significant. They consider the Jewish people and what do they have?
All these other communities.
No, what do they have? The Holocaust?
Yeah.
You know, they care about that. They care about the Native Americans. You know, they gave them a plot of land here in the United States. They have their reservations. They cared about the Japanese people in Pearl Harbor or whatever it was.
Right.
And so for us, you know, it's pull up your bootstrings and, you know, stop complaining and, you know, stop being a victim and
no doubt.
Just not really acknowledging and, you know, providing the reparations that are due.
Right. But, you know, I'm big on for us, by us. We got to do it. Like, we can't expect somebody else to do it. We got to fix it. You know what I mean? We got to come together. We got to fix it. So, yeah, until we do that, you know, things are going to remain the same. So, yeah, we got to fix this issue ourselves.
And, yes. So I think that starts with, you know, mindset shifts, paradigm shifts.
Yep, that's big.
And just, you know, like just loyalty and caring about one another. And not, you know, being like, I'm good and you're not. And that's not my problem. Yeah. It's more lucrative to keep the problem all right now than it is to provide solutions. We have to put in the work ourselves. G Code Enterprises. Yeah. All right now. That is absolutely correct.
Shout out to G Code. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So speaking of the ball game placed, it was voted yesterday. The $50 million for the AA Braves baseball team will be renovated. Now, it was an interesting conversation in there last night. The meeting went on forever and forever.
It was long.
And forever.
It was long.
Some of the concerns was there is a skate park that was put there in honor of a young person and his family. It's likely that it may have to be moved or relocated. AJ, and I hate to say this wrong,
McClung Stadium.
Yeah, it was, you know, Miss Toya Tucker brought it to our attention that the dorms, the locker rooms
are horrible.
Yeah, are in a horrible place. But we're trying to renovate a Golden Park that does not even get used like that. But where our people come and play football or have their classics and whatnot, those students are having to be in less than desirable spaces, restrooms and changing rooms. I'm confused.
Right. So Toya Tucker, a part of what she wanted to see happen was she wanted the renovations for Golden Park. She wanted the stadium to be a part of this plan.
In black and white.
Yeah.
In black and white.
Right.
And rightfully so.
Exactly. So yeah, she wanted that to be a part of the plan. So, you know, yeah, they were divided, but you know, the vote was unanimous. And they voted for these renovations to happen.
I believe it was 7-3.
Right. And but what do y'all believe about these renovations? Are they needed? You know, and for those of us who are from Columbus, this is not the first baseball team that we've had. This is not the first professional team that we've had. They don't get support.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why they left.
Well, that's what the man said. There was a gentleman who spoke, and he was saying, you know, you guys need to investigate the baseball teams that you're bringing here and how that if those seats are not filled, they're going to check the deuces, you know, and so you've invested all of this money and the team is gone. Then he brought up the fact that, how the VIP special treatment that the city council will receive,
right,
and air conditioner, not having to wait in line and things of that nature,
yeah,
on our tax dollars. He said,
they're gonna get the red carpet.
He was a little frustrated about that.
They're gonna get red carpet treatment.
Then Toya Tucker also brought up the fact that the millage, the tax increase for senior citizens who are on fixed income,
right,
who are concerned about having to have their taxes increased. So these are things that she wanted to see in black and white before, agreeing for this investment, but they were not able to deliver that. It was all lip service about what we're going to do, and, oh no, we're not going to do this and we're not going to do that. But she was, very firm that it should have been in black and white. It could have been in black and white.
Absolutely. And she stated that by 2030, Columbus's population will have decreased.
Dwindled. Yes,
will have decreased significantly.
Mm-hmm.
I think down to we're over 200,000 now, but I think we're going to be right at 200,000. The projections for 2030,
mm-hmm.
And she also said that by 2030 there'll be more senior citizens in Columbus,
right?
Than there will be young people 18 and under,
right?
So
right, and they're not going to be going to those games,
right. So again, this is not. We've had several teams, not one. We've had several teams in Columbus, and they all left. And you got to think about it. Who watches baseball? Baseball, they talk about how the ratings for baseball has declined a lot.
Wow.
So maybe some people will go out initially to support, but I don't see a long term. I don't see people going to baseball games.
Right.
And it's once a year. It's a season out of the year. So for the rest of the year, what are they going to do to bring revenue to Golden Park?
Right. And so Ms. Ash says, me personally, I do not support the additions. It goes much further than economic development and creating jobs. Right. So, and that's what they were trying to swing. That is, economic development and jobs. So
to the south side.
Hotels and restaurants and things of that nature to the area. Now, while we sit here and we say, what they said was negative, there were Reverend Flakes, another reverend, who are for these things.
Mm-hmm.
They're for building up that side of town and making it look like the north side of town. They spoke on the agenda to support. And if, made it almost like, if you want us to be a collective Georgia, a collective Columbus, then, you all need to get on board and, approve this.
Yeah, I don't see it. Like I said, this is not the first professional baseball team that's been here. And you got to think about the Columbus Lions are here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what about, they said something about the ice skating rink. They did all those updates for that, and they checked the deuces too.
Yeah, so like I said, I just don't see it. I don't see how these renovations are going to bring all of these good things to the south side of Columbus.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be paying attention.
Right. We are not looking at how many establishments that are still not functioning. Example that was brought up last night was pools. Correct. All the pools that are not
that are closed right. They're going to be closed. Salmon Road closed.
Right.
Shirley B. Winston closed. What was the other one? They said Rigdon Park closed.
Yes.
And I think there was one more, but yeah,
most of them are closed, except for those ones that are functioning on the north side, on double churches, and that one in Midland is not working either.
Salmon Road, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, double churches is open, but the rest of them, the rest of them are closed.
Right. And then the man made a statement. He was like, "We're poor. We were not even going to be able to afford to get into these baseball games." Listen, he was laying it out for them in this listing. Yes, however, if we were employee or individual from the south side and pay them a fair wage, then we can probably call it creating jobs. But bringing something and not paying people what they're worth is still leading to poverty. That is absolutely correct.
Exactly.
And it was brought to my attention that, you see all these signs that says we're hiring, and you go in there, we need you 3 days, 4 hours a day. Who can live off of that?
Yeah.
Who can pay a mortgage and insurance and groceries and all
Rent.
of that stuff off of 3 days a week in 4 hours? So it looks like, oh, we have all of these jobs available, but it's a joke.
Yeah, and then if you got a record a mile long, they don't want to hire you.
Yeah.
So you right back where you started at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They saying this, and yeah, it's gonna bring jobs. They don't want to hire you if you've been to prison. You got a long track record for robbery. You know what I mean? So they putting you right back in that same cycle of poverty.
Yes, bound.
Right.
G Code Enterprises. I think what they are not saying is that what they plan on putting in the vicinity of the new baseball field, the things that will bring how do you say that tonight? Residual revenue. They have went back to the drawing board and came up with a plan that's not being expressed. Yeah. They said something about taxes, for the hotels and a different form of income that will come in from the different businesses. Yes.
Yeah.
So things that are not being expressed are talked about. And they did mention that they had a non-disclosure agreement and they weren't able to really discuss some things, up until now. But again, what most of the citizens were saying is that, these are our tax dollars. We should have a vote and a say. And that was taken from them.
Right. And then some of these people who want this park, they're investors, so they're of course they're biased.
Yeah, right. And I hope that their math is mathing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that their estimates and everything is gonna, total line like it's supposed to. And I hope that it will bring, since it has been voted as a go, economic development and growth in the area. But again, I think about what popped in my spirit is Thelma's, right? It is thriving in Eufaula. Man. It is thriving in Eufaula. Why couldn't it make it here in Columbus, Georgia?
Put in the comment section if y'all know about Thelma's. That was on Victory Drive. African American owned. They had good food, good atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. He's like a celebrity.
I don't even know.
Eufaula.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what happened. It was there one day and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and we definitely went there. We ate good, and we definitely supported. So, I don't know how they didn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Obviously, the support wasn't there. That's what I'm thinking.
Right, and I'm confused.
Now, when they first got there, I felt like they were getting support. You know what I mean? Because every time we went there,
support. She said it lacked support. Right.
Yeah. Every time we went there, it was a nice little line. So, yeah, I just.
Yeah, and I have a question. Like when I drive up South Lumpkin, and it's CVS, and then there's a red little plaza, and then it has
a red little plaza.
Honey,
I was looking for that today too.
You didn't see it? Now it's on the left hand. If you're driving up CVS, and then it's a plaza. I believe it's red.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And appliances?
Mm-hmm.
Appliances that are not working, that are just piled up and stacked up on the outside of the building. Who do you talk to about that? That is an eyesore.
Whoever's in that district.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah,
and it should not be. It's not a trash can. It's not the landfill. It should not be. So who do we talk to about that? Because I'll call.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's the city. City Citizen Services Center. You probably have to call. But again, it's on the south side. They don't really care. You know what I mean? They don't really.
Well, we care. I'm gonna have to tell.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's Terman's property.
It probably is. Yeah.
Who is that, honey?
Terman is a realty company. I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
Well, I'm gonna need to report them because it's an eyesore to the community, and it's very inappropriate. Now let's see. When you see regular citizens such as pastors speaking on large projects like this, you bet they're getting kickback once construction begins. Oh, Okay.
Oh, see, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
The donations have already been slid in. But, hey, I've been a part of the campaign situation. I've been in the mix when I first got here. I heard, the donations are given, and, they're given free platform to stand in their pulpit and say what they need to say and shake hands and smile with the babies. So I'm tracking with that.
You know how they say, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yes, get your folks. Get your folks the total line.
Exactly. So
yes. And we can't even total line with what we have. We couldn't even support a Black-owned restaurant.
Yeah, it's really, really sad and unfortunate. There's no way. But like I talked about earlier, when you pour into our community, you're pouring into yourself.
That's so true.
So if we can get that mindset, we'll be better off. Every time we patronize our own, we are making our own community richer. Mm-hmm. Every time we patronize somebody else, we're making our community poorer.
Wait. She said they moved to Milton Road. Who moved? Did Thelma's move to Milton Road?
I hope that's the case.
Sylvia, did did they move to Milton Road, Miss Sylvia? And then while we hope to get an answer from that, G-Code Enterprises, Thelma's hired ex-felons. Let's see.
Right.
And those
the owner was an ex-felon, if I'm not mistaken.
That was his story, with good workers from my experience. But I talked to the owner a few times, and in my opinion, he couldn't be as hands-on as he needed to be at this time, my opinion. Okay. No, the wash machine place. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was
on South Lumpkin?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, they left all their trash behind, Miss Sylvia. That's what I'm trying to talk about. When you drive this way right here, it's a whole bunch of stuff just lined up on the outside.
Now, maybe they're coming back or they're not done. But, yeah, something needs to be done. I was looking for it, though, when we drove past.
I'm going to have to show you now. I'm going to have to show you because I pay attention to everything.
Yeah, it was dark, so I really couldn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I couldn't tell, but.
Yeah, they need to clean it up.
I was definitely looking.
Yeah.
But.
All right. Yeah. So, and what else have we went to this weekend? Anything else?
I think that was it.
Yeah, I went to, what was that event? I went to a concert. Let's see, they moved over a year ago. See?
Wow.
Ooh.
That's even worse.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah.
I went to a concert at the Church International, and they were honoring some of their leaders.
Yeah.
And so it was a very nice, you want to call that? Read that. It was a very nice.
Oh, I can't see that.
Oh, honey. It was a very nice event. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, people may have done that. They moved a while back. Okay. Miss Sylvia is saying there's other people may have put that stuff out there. Okay. That's called a scrap pile gathered for recycling, but it needs to be a privacy fence around it. Yes.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, we can't ride down North Columbus and Whittlesey and see stuff like that. So it's not acceptable for it to be on South Columbus either.
Right.
Not at all. And so I don't know if you talk to your city council person or, okay, as you said, call 311. And I'm definitely going to call.
Yeah, they need to get that fixed ASAP.
Yeah, because it reminds me of being in the country now. I'm from the country, and sometimes on people's property, when they have a lot of land, listen, every car they have owned that's not working is out there somewhere on the land. So, on your own property, do what you may. But in the city and the public, for everybody to view, is contributing to the area, not looking or being its best. And so they need to fix it.
Right. And what does that say about them that they think they
can
do that? Yeah. You know what I mean? They can just leave it like that.
Yeah, we're not going to pass by Haverty's on Whittlesey and see all that stuff stacked up like that.
No.
We are not.
No.
Let's see. She says, make sure you get the rep name who you speak to. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I sure will.
And when is Throw It in the Bag? Is that coming up or is that later on in the month?
Yeah, that's a little bit, I think,
later on in the month?
Right, in March.
Okay.
We going to talk about that now?
No, I didn't want to forget it if it was.
Yeah, it's a little bit later in March. That's what I wanted to mention. Spencer High School's choir. Their choir director, teacher, has been nominated for Teacher of the Year.
Okay.
They are absolutely wonderful. They were at First African Baptist Church on
Greenway.
Sunday. They had a beautiful breakfast.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, they sung so well. They did a wonderful job. So you can go back and see and hear their singing on First African Baptist Church's Facebook page. Yes, if you care to do that. March 23rd. Yes. March 23rd is when the throw it in the bag situation is.
Okay, yeah. So we still got a little ways to go.
Mm-hmm. Now, you want to talk about how you feel about that?
Throw it in the bag?
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. We did want to save it, but we can talk a little bit about it. And y'all can chime in on how y'all feel about it. But if you're not familiar with Throw It in the Bag, so it's a community cleanup that they're doing, what did you say, March 22nd?
March 23rd, I believe I seen.
Yeah, they're going to start on South Lumpkin Road, and then they're going to walk to somewhere on Victory Drive.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But, yeah, so it's a community event, and I believe it's definitely needed. I believe that, the community definitely needs to, if you care about your community, you want to keep it clean. Like you want to pick up trash. You want to, we talk about, you want to keep your yard nice. You know what I mean? You want to do your part is what I'm trying to say. To keep your community, looking good. You want to have some pride. But what do y'all feel about other people who don't live in the community coming to help beautify a community? Do y'all think it should be just something for the people who live in the community? Or do y'all think collectively everybody needs to come together and beautify or help clean up the community?
What y'all think about that? Put it in the comments. And if you know about the organization that is hosting and facilitating it, Astro Lee Vibes and Living Elevations, tell us a little bit about them. This is my first knowledge of them.
So yeah, mine too.
Yeah, so I believe they are hosting and facilitating the event. And what's your thoughts on that? Do you come in from the outside to clean up, or should the inside be cleaning up? Let's see. Okay, just down South Lumpkin Road from Walker to Avondale. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's where they're going to start and stop?
Honey?
Avondale is...
Is that further down?
On the other road across from my parents.
Okay.
Yeah, Avondale is over there.
Okay, I think we need to come together. Okay, let's see. I think we all, it should be, help today. Hands on deck, despite where you live. However, I don't think that it should be done as a political effort.
Oh, okay. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head right there.
I went to other, but put it in the bag events and other areas outside of South. Okay, South Side. Okay, all right. I like it. Now, I'm going to share this. When I was in the military, we had a fall cleanup. We have a spring cleanup, winter cleanup, whatever. So, you're living on post, and they say it's fall cleanup. That means lottie-dottie, everybody is outside, and you're cleaning your yard, your front, your back, and, your corner, like whatever's community property.
Right.
Okay? So we didn't necessarily have to go to somebody else's yard or somebody else's property across post to clean up. So what I think about this is it definitely should not be a political effort at all. That it just rubs me the wrong way. 2, sustainability.
Right.
People need to clean up, period, because it's pride for where they live and who they are. And it shouldn't take that we all need to get on deck to come to your yard and help you clean it unless you are disabled in some way, unless you have a mental health issue in some way. This should be a regular situation, a common occurrence, because you take pride in who you are and what you own or what you rent or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
So that's how I feel about that. Sustainability. It's the thing about if I give you a sandwich or if I show you how to fish, which one is going to help you be able to feed yourself and take care of yourself in the future?
Right.
So I think that's the principle that needs to apply here. So it's not about just, we all coming together and cleaning up. That's great. But you need to come out of your house. Everybody needs to come out. And if there needs to be some training and some teaching done on, how to sustain this so that we don't have to keep coming back, we can do, say, fall cleanup, and that you need to get out in your yard and you need to keep it clean, or you need to do this and you need to do that, or you don't need to be throwing trash, on the streets, to care, then that's what needs to happen as well.
Yeah, I think it's a start, though. Mm-hmm. I think it's a start. But like you said, it's gotta continue. You know what I mean? Everybody has to want to keep the community clean. So everybody has a part to do. Yeah. So it says, take pride in your community as needed. The entire area should take pride in their community. Absolutely. Right. And then let's see. Okay. The inside should initiate something like this, but with it being an election year, it is what it is. Let me see. Can't kick against something positive if we complaining about a problem that someone else is offering some sort of solution. Okay. That is what I'm talking about. Clean around your own front door. If everyone joined in, what an improvement. Beautification is what it's called. Yes, ma'am. Right. Yes, ma'am. So I'm saying a mindset, so that it's not so much to have to do, because we're already consistently, taking care of what belongs to us, cleaning around our own front door, like she said. Right. And I want y'all to chime in real quick on what y'all think about things that we're being shown or taught subconsciously. Mm-hmm. So things are put in our community, like there's no, I remember, was it T.D. Jakes? Mm-hmm. I think it was T.D. Jakes. But he was in Atlanta and he could not find a healthy store. I can't remember. He said he was driving for days. Yes. He was just driving, trying to find a healthy store. Right. But again, I feel like this is being done subconsciously to let you know that you're less than or that you don't matter. Because if you think about it, it's where can you get a fresh, good salad on the South Side? Where can you get a good, healthy meal? Chime in. Where can you get a good, healthy meal on the South Side? But my question again is this contributing to the subconscious minds of our people when they put a liquor store on every corner? Mm-hmm. When they have these houses that are run down, dilapidated, that they don't tear down or they don't try to, renovate. Mm-hmm. Does that, so what I'm saying is, does this contribute to why people don't have any sense of pride? Because subconsciously you're being told that you don't matter. Well, so maybe that makes people think that, well, we got all these churches, though. We got all these churches that people on every corner that people are going to, and they're supposed to have Jesus, and they're supposed to know that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that they are peculiar people and masterpiece and the apple of his eye. So how does that not trump what society may be trying to tell them? Because we have a lot of church folk in Georgia. Especially in Columbus, there's a lot of churches. So are our churches not effective? I don't think it's that they're not effective. I don't think that's a part of their agenda, honestly. Because I grew up in a church that's smack dab in the hood. If y'all know anything about Dawson Street, off of Casita Road, as far back as I can remember as a kid, the area was bad. Like, the neighborhood was bad, a lot of drug dealing, prostitution, violence. And our church did nothing. We didn't do no community outreach. I'm telling you. Lock your doors. They'll tell you, Sunday school, make sure you lock your doors. They'll make sure they put out, when they do an announcement, make sure you lock your doors. But they weren't going out to the community with no hot dogs and no, Oh, no. Okay. Help today. Well, none of that happening. So listen, right. I just believe it's not on their agenda. Now, some churches, they do outreach. You know what I mean? So if y'all know any churches that are doing outreach consistently, put it in the comment section. But, I just don't believe that they really They'll pray for the community, but they don't get out there and put boots on the ground.
Help today.
You know what I mean?
And they will clown the Jehovah's Witnesses because they are definitely putting boots on the ground, knocking on doors, trying to witness for Jehovah.
But even in that,
in bad environments too, it could be bad. It could be dogs and all kind of stuff, and they are still trying to get it in.
But they ain't picking up no trash though. You know what I mean? They in their Sunday best, knocking on doors. But maybe y'all know some Jehovah's Witnesses that are in the community, because I don't know a whole lot about what they do other than they come to your door on Saturday or whatever day.
Yes.
And try to witness to you.
Tell you, close that door, be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Get away from my door, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, my mom was telling us to hide when we was kids. Y'all better not, don't talk. Y'all get down.
Oh, Jesus, help today.
Yeah, well, shout out to moms who showed up tonight. I appreciate you. I know Pops wanted to be there, but he wasn't feeling well. But shout out to moms who showed up tonight.
It's so nice to see you. So, and speaking of moms, she says, how do you address an issue if you have a few homes in your neighborhood that is unkept? So I know that I've seen Toya address, when her constituents contact her and say, hey, this yard right here is a hoarder and they have stuff all over the place. Mm-hmm. It has been addressed. So I think you can start with your city council member. And then I'm not sure, but I will look into that and see what other measures can be taken. Yeah. Because I know that if your grass gets too high at some point, the city will have something to say about it.
Well, in certain areas.
Oh, okay.
Certain areas, like on the south side, if your grass is high, they ain't coming. You know what I mean? Trust me, they ain't coming. Okay. You can have 4, 5, 6 cars in your yard. Now, they might come for that, though.
Miss Sylvia says, CSU used to go in different neighborhoods cleaning up. Therefore, we should be able to go into other areas to clean. Okay. Now, they're probably doing that for community services, to get their little hours in or whatnot. But as a people, like, we need to raise our children. Like, we had them doing chores, cleaning up to be responsible. That should go into adulthood when you rent. Oh my!
What's going on in there?
When you rent and you own and you live in a property, please take care of it. Take care of it now. Take care of it. So let's see. Yes. Okay. Not much has changed from Ms. Williams. Okay. It has to be reported, right? Okay. We as a people need to speak up. We can attend meetings with city council reps to say, no, we don't want this or that. Yes, in our communities, we don't attend meetings like others. That's why they are putting liquor stores in our communities. We allow too much.
Right.
Okay, yes.
And let me just say this
real
quick.
You got to speak up as the people. That's what she said, yes.
Nia Williams, shout out to Nia Williams. She told us one time that, what was the issue? Oh, with the water. I think it was E-Candy. Was it E-Candy? Ania, put it in the comments if it was, I think it was Warren Williams or E-Candy, but they didn't have no water.
Oh, yes.
All day.
All day long.
All day.
No toilets working, no nothing.
Nope. And there was no concern to get these people water turned back on because
Warren Williams.
Okay, Warren Williams, yeah. Yeah, there was no concern. There was no, real emergency.
Yes.
Or not emergency, but there was no real...
it's an emergency. All day, how you going to use
No, I'm saying, it was an emergency, but I'm saying on the people to come fix it. There was no urgency, no sense of urgency to get over there and get these people's water back on. Like, this is crazy. But I brought that up to say that lets you know people do not care.
Yeah.
They don't care. Like, if you in certain areas, whether it be the south side,
what they can get away with.
There you go.
And that's a part of speaking up. They are going to get away with what they think they can get away with. And had not Miss Williams been there, trying to get people to support, it may not have gotten taken care of as quickly as it did.
Right. So, again, people got to show up to these city council meetings and voice their concerns and voice their, disdain for what's going on in this city.
And she says as regular attendance, not as just reactive to something. That's Ms. Williams. And that is absolutely correct. So last night they said that it was the fullest in there that it had ever been because they were there for that vote. but where were you at prior to this, you know?
So yeah, again, we all got a job to do and a responsibility to, you know, to speak up and to show up for our community, and voice our concerns about these issues that are affecting our people. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna acknowledge there's a problem until somebody else does.
G-Code Enterprises, for the most part, people that rent and people that own have different mentalities. When it comes to cleanliness, a lot of times they feel that that is the owner's problem. You are absolutely correct, sir.
Yeah,
this is.
And
yes,
then too,
correct.
I believe this is my humble opinion that, you know, if you starving and your stomach is growling, you're not worried about no grass being cut.
Right.
You're not worried about no trash on the sidewalk. You're worried about how can you get some food in your belly. You know what I mean?
Oh, help
so
today.
Again, it goes back to poverty. Like people, you know, people who are comfortable in a sense, their worries or their stressors come from different places. Versus when you are stressed about the bare minimum, like lights, water, gas, shelter, food, when you worried about how you're going to eat the next day, survival.
Yes, that's what Ms. Williams says, survival.
Survival.
Yes.
So when you're worried about that, you are not worried about if your grass is cut. You know, if you know, if it's upkept. So
that's a good point now. That's a good point. And we went riding in a neighborhood on the south side, and it literally looked like death. The buzzards.
Oh, it was bad.
Huge buzzards in the front yard.
It was
dog
bad.
Ribs showing. You know, like they were just waiting for it to grow.
They were waiting for it to die.
And a baby is having to walk from the school bus area through all of that to her house, where these birds are maybe her size or almost her size. So I get it. You know, there's a lot of factors. Survival is tough, but we have survived a lot as a people.
Yeah, but I don't, like, you know, we should be tired of surviving. You know what I mean? Like, I get that some of the things that are still designed to keep us down are still in place. But again, like, that shouldn't still be the narrative or our story. Oh, you know, we're resilient people. Yeah, we are. But we're a long way from where we used to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? In order for us to get farther and farther to where we need to be, you know, we got to come together.
You're right.
And take care of, you know, somebody told me if you see somebody who might be quote unquote lost. So let's say it's a young man that I see who's living a life of crime. It's my duty to try to say something positive to him to change his mindset.
Okay.
You know, you can't just discount, oh well, you know, it's a terrible situation he's in. I hope he changes his life. No, we gotta try to sow a seed into that young man or to that young lady that, hey, you know, you're beautiful or you're handsome. You matter. You got something to add to this world. But, you know, you can't just let them fall by the wayside. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. But oftentimes what happens is that they're not receptive.
That's fine if they're not receptive.
And then they do fall by the wayside, because at that point, you know, you can't force something on somebody. You can't change as much as you can want it for them. You can't do it for them, and you can't change it for them.
I agree.
So we have to be receptive of wisdom. We have to be receptive of those who are trying to help us. And when we can't do that, then, you know, that contributes as well to a lot of our issues. Now, let me see.
Right. But like we keep trying to say, it takes a village. So when you see somebody that might be headed the wrong way, like I said, I believe it's everybody's responsibility to tap him or her on the shoulder and say, hey, it's a better way.
Well, yeah, these jokers will curse you out today.
Right.
So, and who do you think you're talking to?
Right.
And stuff like that. So, I mean, all of that has to be taken into consideration. Now, let me get us caught up on these. G-Code Enterprises, you aren't buying weed eaters and fertilizer and flowers.
No doubt. Right. Exactly.
Okay. Ms. Williams says it's time to thrive. Help today. It's time for a better quality of life. Live. Let's see. The question is, let's see, why is this not moving down? It's still coming in, so let's see. The question is, where is that at? Okay, the question is, why is he living a life of crime? Who is this? Who's living a life of crime?
The young man I was talking about.
Oh, okay. What's the root issue? Okay, tracking.
Listen, poverty, that is the root issue. I'm telling you. If you think back to the Emancipation Proclamation and Reconstruction and Civil Rights, poverty was always the issue as far as our people were concerned. Mm-hmm. You know, mm-hmm. They got us living in the hood on purpose. Mm-hmm. You know, they put our people in areas less desirable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's what our people are trying to do that are living in these high crime areas. Anywhere there's high crime, in my opinion, poverty is the root cause of that.
Okay, so Miss Mom says, I don't think we can put this on poverty. Let me go back up. Let's see. Poverty, because you're poor has nothing to do with how we keep our upkeep. Okay? Absolutely. I agree with that now.
Yeah, I don't disagree. All I'm saying is,
it's a mindset. It depends on the mindset, because we could be the same two people. Mm-hmm. We both can be poor. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and live in a neighborhood that's considered poor or what have you. And I can be a junk, you know, hot mess, because it's just part of my personality. Mm-hmm. And you can be very clean and neat and keep your yard up to date and everything, and still have issues with finances and still have issues with employment, but still care about the upkeep of your property, because somewhere in there, you have a sense of pride about who you are, no matter what the circumstances are or what the finances are. Somewhere in there, there's some pride in there. And so with me, you know, if my personality is different, there's no pride in there. You know, I don't care much about anything. I was dirty and junky when I was a kid, and now it's my own place and I'm dirty and junky. You know, it's a mindset situation.
Yeah, but where does that mindset come from, though?
Well, honey,
you know what I mean.
Don't get me to talking now.
It's
don't get
put
me to talking.
to a certain degree. That mindset is given to you at a very young age. You know, the stuff that you're seeing as an elementary kid, that's constantly being put in your subconscious every day. That you're less than, that where you live is nasty and dirty. And that's constantly being put in your subconscious.
Okay, but I'm telling you, now you know my story.
Which is?
Less than, you are this, and you're this, and you're that. Okay, none of that stopped me from being neat and clean. It's a part of who I am.
Right, but what I'm saying is, but where did you get that mindset from?
To be clean?
Yeah.
My mama.
Okay. So if mama is not clean, or daddy's not clean.
But let's go back to that same household.
And they don't care if you live in Philly.
Let's go back to that same household. Because how many siblings you have?
6.
Okay, your mom and dad are neat and clean. Is everybody, all the siblings, neat and clean?
Yes.
Because not on my side. Christy used to have stuff stacked all the way up in her closet.
But you said used to.
Under her bed. I'm being nice. Don't get me in trouble, honey. Right? Because some people are just junky now. Some people are just junky, honey.
Oh, man.
Some people are just junky.
Listen, Mom, if you're watching this, my brother and I, listen, we would stuff stuff under the bed. We would shove stuff in the closet. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom and dad didn't play that. But,
dirty laundry, yeah.
Listen, we would... We would shove stuff wherever we could and say, hey, the room was clean, because, you know, you can't go outside until that room was clean.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's, you know, you can have clean parents.
But listen, that seed was dropped in us. Our parents were clean. Yeah, okay. That seed was planted.
But what happened?
Oh, no, she didn't.
I'm just asking, no.
No, she did
not.
Saying,
I'm trying to understand, to paint the picture. Are you both are clean now?
You're clean.
No, you're both are clean people now.
I like to think that I'm a very clean person.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
I think so too. But I'm just saying, it's just not equal across the board. Like, people have different personalities, you know? Like, you can get into somebody's car and it is like, oh my goodness, you know?
Right, but what I'm saying is, well, okay.
Yeah. And
but the majority, though, is what I'm saying. The majority, or not the majority, places where you go, whether it be east side, whether it be south side, certain places that you go that looks a certain way, it's on purpose. Like it's made to look like that on purpose.
Okay.
To affect a certain mindset. So you don't want better. So you don't think it can be a better area. So you don't think it can be clean. That is put into your subconscious. I'm telling you, on purpose.
All right. Now, Miss Williams says, my mom said it's not where you live, but how you live. Absolutely.
Right.
Let's see.
Right.
Hey, Renee. Hey, Renee. She says, sorry for joining. So
hey, come on in.
And then let me see. Pride won't let you live any kind of way. Amen. That has to be instilled early on. Amen. It just won't. You can't do it. You can't do it.
But she said it has to be instilled early on. So that's what I'm saying. Like somebody, and not everybody needs somebody to instill that in them. But you're better off if somebody does instill in you to be neat and clean.
And you can instill it, and some people just will not be neat and clean.
Well, that's just who they are, like you said. Like,
yeah.
No matter what.
Miss Ash is correct. It's definitely a mindset. I never knew I was living in poverty until I was told that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. It's taught. My mom always would say, you can't expect God to bless you with more if you don't take care of what you already have. Amen. I've lived in public housing, Miss Williams. Okay. Let's see. My mom had flowers, etc. Yes. My mom too. Like, listen, she loved flowers, and like I said, mobile home, small home, whatever it was, we kept it neat. It was neat on the outside and on the inside. Let's see. Nature versus nurture. Okay. Normally, you are a product of your environment. Amen. I would agree. I would agree.
Right.
However, like I said, we've had this conversation before. You can grow up in a good environment. You can grow up with good parents. You can grow up in a home where, it wasn't cursing and drinking and this, that, and the third, and still live a life of crime once you get out. Remember?
Yeah, but that's just who that person is, though.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people know better. They just going to do what they want to do.
That part.
Because we know a lot of people that know better.
That part.
I used to work in a juvenile correctional facility, and there was a kid in there, came from two wealthy parents, but he wanted to live the street life. Like, he wanted to, I couldn't figure it out. Like, what is wrong with this kid? He had everything he could ever ask for. He's not suffering. He's not living in poverty, so his story is not the same as a lot of these other young boys that were in there, who came from really, really bad environments and homes. But yeah, for the life of me, and then I checked back on him as he got older. He got a rap sheet a mile long.
And I think I blame that too on I will say this. So you go into schools today, our children know better, but they're in environments where the expectations are low. Everything.
Hey, we apologize, y'all, for some technical difficulties here in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been that type of night. We don't.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
We
Let's see. Maybe it's me, but
minute.
it's froze. There's no sound. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Hopefully, y'all still in the building.
Yeah.
So still there.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that the expectations are low, and from certain people. So I go into the schools and I listen to children, and they're and huh and what. And when I give them a quick look like, yes, ma'am. So they know what they're supposed to do. They know what they're supposed to say. But when those expectations are not being set or reinforced about what they know they're supposed to do, then they're going to do exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it. And so it's unfortunate because you can have values at home. You can raise your children a certain way, and then they go out into public school sector where the expectations or the values are different. And then that's what's influencing your child for 6 to 7, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, I mean, you can't control, once your child goes out into the community or goes outside, per se, you really can't control what they encounter, what they run into. But you know, if you are planting those seeds and instilling those values in them, you know, most likely they're still gonna you know, uphold those values. Yeah, I mean, that's what I believe. You know, a lot of kids they don't get that. Yeah, they don't. Expound, please.
No, I want you to expound on your experience.
Share with the class.
So you behaved exactly the way Mr. and Mrs. McDowell raised you when you went out to school?
Again, I see she's trying to put me on the spot. Like I said, a kid is going to be who they are. Now, I was a mischievous young man as a kid. Yeah, I knew better. But like I said, I was mischievous as a young man. That's all I'm
trying to say. And then, so like, you know, I would say from a church perspective, so you could go to school and get away with that. But if you went to church, sister so-and-so and mother so-and-so be like, you know better.
Yeah, but
they will hold you accountable.
But that's a different environment, though.
I know, but the school, I mean, I'm just saying that's where we're losing children through the cracks, because they're spending so many hours in that space where the values are not being reinforced and the expectations are not being reinforced at all.
Yeah, but that's I chopped that up to the village again. You know, we've gotten away from the village. So because of that, that's what you have. Like, it's like every man for himself now. Yeah, they're not, you know, the lady down the street can't discipline your kids. You know, we talk about this.
Right.
Yeah, those days are gone. Yeah, so we have what we have because of that. It's the breakdown of the village and it's the breakdown of the home.
Yes, that's the difference. In church, you would get smacked. In school, right. We have tied the hands of our teachers. Yes. So I would say it's half and half of that, Miss Ash. Some of their hands are tied and some of them do not care. And some of them will lead your child astray if you allow them to. And that is one of the things that I want to talk to the school board about. I have been trying to reach out to specific school district members, board members,
right,
as it regards the changes in this world. You know, now we have girls that is just wide open, liking girls. We have boys wide open, liking boys. People can show up however they choose to show up. But our policies, rules, regulations have not adjusted to what we have here. So just, for example, just as if we would not allow boys to spend the night in the same hotel room as a girl, we should not allow, in my opinion, girls who like girls to all be in the same room.
Right.
I mean, who does that? I'm not, if my daughter is dating somebody, I'm not going to invite her boyfriend to come and spend the night. Or I'm not going to send them somewhere and allow them to stay in the same hotel. However, I feel like our school system has not caught up with what's going on in this world. And so now it's just like, you know, a breeding ground. You go into middle school or you go into high school, you're playing sports, you're having to travel and you're having to stay. And the next thing you know, if you wasn't a certain way, by the time you roll out of there, you are, because you are being forced in an environment where it's just like boys and girls are being together in the same space, spending time doing God knows what, and it's not being regulated. And neither do the adults who are there and in charge care. So that is a concern for me, and I would like to have a conversation. Like, I don't feel like I should have to get on an agenda and, you know, have a whole meeting with a bunch of people. I would like to talk to specific people that cover those specific districts and see what is there a conversation about it? What can be done about it? Because it needs to be updated, as well as adults. If you are a female and you like females, then guess what? You don't need to be in the same, locker room with young ladies. Just like a man would have to wait and stay on the outside, you need to do the same thing. And those things have not been, in my opinion, addressed or updated as it regards how the world is today. And to me, it needs to be updated. It's a violation of our children, of minors. It's a violation. because they definitely couldn't get away with putting boys and girls in the same hotel room, sleeping in the same room. They definitely couldn't get away with putting a man, in the same bathroom with girls. So why is it that, these things are happening and just it's not being regulated? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's the world. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We kind of talked about this on the last show that anything goes kind of nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people just anything goes, and it's all inclusive.
Yeah, well, that's an area that needs to be regulated because again, these are minors. And we have to regulate what's going on with the changes. You can't just just act like it's not happening.
Right.
And there was, yeah. So, all right. So what we talked about? Did we talk about politics tonight?
We did with the city council. And,
okay.
Yeah.
We talked about the school system a little bit.
We did.
Talked about events. We did you talk about your health tip for tonight?
I didn't, but I can. Yeah, let me drop some.
Miss Mom says, good conversation, but I have to go.
Who was that?
Enjoy. Good night. Miss, your mom.
Oh, okay. Good night. Love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. All right.
But we're going to talk about avocados.
All right.
Put in the comments if you like avocados, if you don't like them. I know you don't like them.
Not a fan.
But I just want to name some of the health benefits of eating avocados. So it's great for vision. It may help prevent osteoporosis. It may help prevent cancer.
Okay.
It reduces depression.
Wow.
Yep. It improves digestion. It's a natural detoxifier. It supports fetal health. So yeah, it's plenty of benefits of eating avocados. And I'm the type of person, I'm not eating healthy for the taste a lot of times. I'm eating healthy for the benefits of it. So I'll take my Centrum, I'll drink my green tea, whether I have something to sweeten it with or not, I'll just drink it because I know I'm getting the benefits of it.
Miss Ash is my sister for real. She said I can pass on the avocado.
Oh, you too?
I cannot. What do they taste like? What does it taste like?
It doesn't really have a taste.
Oh, help today.
But if you eat it on a sandwich, you probably wouldn't know.
Good night, Miss Sylvia.
Good night. We appreciate you tapping in and tuning in.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it doesn't really have a taste. It kind of tastes like mayo a little bit.
Ew, yes.
Yeah, so if you're not really a mayo person, you probably wouldn't like it. But
Nope. Ew.
Yeah. But yeah, so those
just
are
those slices of mayo. That is disgusting.
Basically, yeah. But again, a lot of people are not eating it for the taste. Now, if it tastes good, that's a plus.
Woo.
But yeah, I don't eat a lot of healthy things for the taste of it. I eat it because of the benefits.
Okay.
Yeah.
No and no.
Yeah, I have to let me see something I can't stand. I don't like Jamaican black. How many of y'all know about the Jamaican black castor oil that you can take?
Oh, no.
By a spoon, or castor oil, period. I remember, grandmama, big mama used to give us castor oil. It's disgusting, but it's, the benefits are great. So what I would do is sometimes I would put it in my smoothie. I could still taste it slightly.
Ew.
Or I would go ahead and take it on a spoon and then wash it down real quick with some juice or something.
No.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Can't do it.
Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so those are the benefits. Yeah, of eating avocados.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we did our politics, we did our city news, we did our school news, we did our events. I think that's about it for tonight.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments you want to make before we, let's see, yes, but I'll have to pass. I had too much of it growing up. Okay, the castor oil, ooh.
Yeah,
yes.
it's acquired, yeah. It doesn't taste good, but like I said, the benefits outweigh the bad taste for me.
It's not going to make it down for me. It's just
I already
not
know
going to
it,
make it down.
I already know.
It's not going to make it down.
Yeah. But I just want to shout out again, Dr. J, Dr. Hood.
Okay.
This is his book, Visions Now and for the Future. So yeah, this is what I'm reading right now. And his quote is, if y'all missed the quote of the day, truth is not designed to make us feel good. it was created to help us become better.
Absolutely wonderful.
So,
yes.
yeah. So I guess we can leave it there. That's all the time we got for.
All right.
For
so make sure you join us on Sunday at 7:30 p.m.
Yes, indeed.
And also, of course, we're going to announce it again. March 12th, save the date. Plan to attend City Council meeting where Miss Ash will be honored with a proclamation from the city mayor as well as the council members. We're super excited for her. And then we have a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you join our email list so you can get a compiled, organized situation about what's going on in the community, okay? And make informed decisions about where you're going to spend your time and who you're going to support and how you're going to support. Tonight was wonderful.
It always is.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the feedback and for the conversation. Thank you for joining the discussion. This is so important. We're all about action, self-awareness, information, all of that good stuff. And we want to have things that's going to help us sustain and be successful, not keep having to be in a position where we need a hand up or a handout.
There you go.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love and support. Mm-hmm. If you haven't been told today, you matter. You are loved. Mm-hmm. Peace and love. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in.
Make sure you share.
Sunday, please share. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace. Love y'all.
We love y'all. Till next time.